So if you're a woman in your 40s or 50s who trains, wants more energy, or is navigating the menopause and has that stubborn belly fat that just won't go away, these two books are going to completely change how you understand nutrition and female physiology. So today I'm going to give you a simple breakdown of what each book is about, who they're for, and the key takeaways every woman over 40 should know. So for those of you who are new here, my name's Anita and I'm a newly qualified functional nutritionist, and I also compete at BMX racing in my 50s. I'm currently 53 and I compete nationally and internationally against some other amazing women. So a few years ago, I actually started to increase my training for my BMX, and I wanted to perform better, recover faster, and learn how to fuel my body properly. And when I asked some of the coaches that were around, a lot of the advice that they were giving me was aimed at men. And that's when I found Stacey Sims. She has changed everything. And honestly, these books and my sport are actually what launched my passion for nutrition. And that's why I'm sitting here talking to you about how men are not small women, and that is taken from the Dr. Stacey Sims' whole physiology of how women need to train differently. So these books and Dr. Stacey Sims inspired me to, first of all, complete the Menopause 2.0 course, which is something that she's running even now. And then after I did that course, I was like, right, I want to do more. So I went on and I've actually finished my postgrad qualification in functional nutrition to further enhance my knowledge and, of course, to share with you guys. Let's talk about RAW. So this book is about matching your food and fitness to your female physiology. The core message is simple and powerful. Again, it's women are not small men. So Dr. Stacey Sims in this book explains how our hormones affect how we use energy, how we build muscle, how we recover, and how we respond to stress across the menstrual cycle and throughout your life. So some of the key points that really stood out to me in this book is that fasted training can increase cortisol in women, especially if you're in the menopause, and we'll get to that in a minute. Low carb dieting often backfires for the female metabolism. Fuel timing affects your performance and your recovery, and strength training is essential for body composition. So that completely changed how I fueled my BMX training and improved my energy, recovery and performance. However, something still wasn't right, and that's when I looked into Next Level. Because Next Level is essentially the RAW book, but for women in the menopause. And as I was hitting the perimenopause stroke menopause at the time of reading RAW, I felt it was essential that I read Next Level. So this book focuses on what happens when estrogen starts to decline in perimenopause and the menopause, and how that change in metabolism, muscle mass, fat storage, sleep, and stress and resilience can have a massive impact on the female body in the menopause. So in Next Level, what Dr. Stacey Sim explains is why women suddenly feel like what they used to do just isn't working. And let me know if that's you, because that was definitely me. So in Next Level, Dr. Sims explains why many women suddenly feel like what they used to do, i.e. dieting harder, training more, actually stops working in midlife. And I know that that actually happened with me. And instead, she shows you what women should be doing at this stage and why it's important to have more protein to preserve muscle, more strength training, not just cardio, proper recovery, better stress and sleep support, and smart carbohydrates to use to support your hormones and your thyroid function. So this book is actually what pushed me to specialise further in menopause-focused functional nutrition for myself, and also just to help the other women who were racing with me to understand how their bodies were changing. So who are these books actually for? Let's go back to RAW. So RAW is ideal for the active woman who is still menstruating, athletes or women who train regularly, and anyone who wants to understand female physiology before the menopause kicks in. Next Level, however, is for women in their 40s and 50s, like me, for example, anyone in the perimenopause or the menopause who is actively training or wants to get fit and healthy, and women who are struggling with energy, weight changes or recovery. So if you're in your 40s or beyond, here are some of the key lessons that I've taken from both of these books. Fuel before training, because fasted workouts can spike your cortisol. Eat enough protein at every meal. Aim for around 30 grams per meal, because muscle is your metabolic engine. Lift weights. It's protective for your bones, your hormones, and your metabolism. And carbs are not your enemy, because they support training and actually support your thyroid function. And as a menopause woman, I know this is definitely one of the things that I really focus on, and that is to prioritise your energy, your sleep, and your stress management, because they're all part of your nutrition and your lifestyle too. So these principles are what I apply to my own self and my training, and what I'm sharing with other people like you who are watching this video, and my future clients, which I hope to recruit very soon. So just to close off this conversation with you, these 2 books sparked my journey into functional nutrition. From BMX racing to studying menopause nutrition to now supporting women from all ages, but specifically those who are similar to my age group. And I'll be sharing much more evidence-based guidance from my postgraduate studies here on this channel, wherever you're listening to this, or on my social media platforms. So if you're a woman in your 40s or 50s and want to feel strong, energized and confident in your body again, start with these 2 books. And of course, if you're still menstruating, go for Raw. And if you're in your perimenopause or your menopause era, go for Next Level. And if you're like me and want to go deeper into these topics like your hormones, your metabolism, your training, or your menopause nutrition, then do drop it in the comments below, because I'll freely share where I did my training or the links to any of Dr. Stacey Sims' resources. And of course, if you want to work with me to get stronger and fitter, then do drop it in the comments or click one of the links below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to go and get one of these books, because they are a game changer.